All right, we are going to put on some nails today with Tip Beauty. They're going to be on to answer all your questions in the comments. I get super distracted, so I am going to just stay focused on getting my nails on and teaching you guys how to use these. So these are the Tip Beauty. They have so many different sets, you guys, like so many. So I don't have super a lot of time right now, so I'm going to show you how quick a mom of two, under two almost, can put these together. So they come in this box. Mine ripped. I'm rough with things. So you've got, these nails are obviously part of the set, and then they come with their own glue. And then they also come with like a whole bunch of nails. I think there's like 2 full sets plus extras. So I've already laid out the ones that are gonna fit on my fingers. I lay them out in front of me so I have them. I know what they're doing, or I know what they're doing. I know what they're like gonna fit on. So I actually loved this step that they taught me, which is to put alcohol on a little cotton pad. And I'm just going to do this on, I like to do my left hand first. So I'm just going to like rub that on there, because what you don't want is any shine to your nails. So the alcohol kind of just like absorbs that shine out. Obviously the other thing too, is you gotta kind of like grind off, like it's good to have a rough surface, okay? And I cut mine down as short as possible. I don't know if that's a reason to do that, but I do. My nails grow like crazy underneath, so I like to cut them down. It's been a few days since, well, it's actually probably been a week since I've done that. People ask me, oh, does it ruin your nails? It really doesn't. Mine have been growing like crazy. I had to cut them off this morning. So I will be transparent. I use this nail glue that I bought on Amazon. It's called Nail Bond. I can give you the link for that if you want it. But any questions you guys have about these, just put them in the comments. I get super distracted, so I'm not looking at the comments while I do this. Plus I'm like putting on nails, which I find is like distracting enough. So I'm gonna start with my index finger, and I'm just gonna do a little turn down like this. Hopefully you guys can see, so that you can kind of see what I'm doing. So first thing I like to do is I paint my, I actually paint the nail. So I paint the nail, okay? And I just go like this. I paint the whole like bottom part of the nail bed. I am gonna be cutting these down because they're gonna be way too long. And then I paint my actual nail. Okay, I paint the whole thing with glue. And then I take that, and I kind of like, because they're long, like that, I put it in the position I want. Now this is a really fast drying glue, so I got to make sure that my nail is on. Now when you're choosing the sizing, it has to fit on your nail bed. It can't like go over to the side, because if it goes over to the side, it's just going to come off. Okay, so you're going to hold it down for like 15-20 seconds of just like really getting it on there. Okay, look how cute they are. I'm so excited. There's one thing I miss about being a mom, a busy mom. I'm not able to get my nails done like I used to be. So to be able to do these at home has been game changing. So then I move on to the next nail. I don't do anything with that nail yet. I'm going to paint my nail bed with the glue. Try to get it just on your nail bed. That one was really messy on my part. Okay, so I'm gonna hold that down. Look how cute they are. Okay, so we're holding that down, Of course, they're super long. If you don't like super long nails, this is what I love about Tip Beauty, because a lot of press-on nails that I've seen, they don't do this. They have such a big part, like if you're doing like tip ones like this, where when I cut this, it's still gonna have that cute tip, okay? So, like I said, I lay them all out. Okay, that's on. I might even have to cut these. Oh, I didn't even grab my cutter, hold on. So I'm doing that. I'm gonna paint this. Let me just do this one nail, and then I'm gonna go grab my thing that I bought. So I have a whole store on Amazon. I'm hoping Tip Beauty just gets these things on their website, but like where I bought this like kit to like do my nails. So I bought this thing. I'll show you in a second. I just gotta make sure I press this down. So I bought this, which is like for your cuticles, and like I don't really get crazy cuticles, so I didn't even have to do it this time. I'm gonna go grab the cutter, one second. So when they're square, I bought this thing on Amazon. Super cool. So I'm just gonna cut these nails because I find they're just so long I can't even do anything with them right away because, you know, mom life. So I'm gonna cut off quite a bit. I like to have like and like you can, don't be shy, you can literally cut them this soon into the process. Okay, we're gonna leave that one for a second, but look, it still has the cute little like nail. Oh God, why am I, oh, I'm so dumb. Never mind. I was like, oh my God, I'm missing one. So if, I don't know, here, if I don't know if I can bend it down even further, but I lay them out in the order. Oh, sorry. There we go. So yeah, if you guys have questions, just put them in the comments. Like I said, I'm like super, I get too distracted and like, I feel like doing a live like this is like already, I don't know, it's intimidating to me a little bit, which is crazy because I go live all the time, but I just find with this live, I'm like, ooh. Okay. And we're gonna press that down. But again, you can cut them, you can file them. And press that down, 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 down. And they don't take any time at all. Like I can tell you, it's literally, I'm gonna do my thumbs last. I actually saw this tip from another person on the website. I'm like, oh, that's actually really smart because it's like, you use your thumbs a lot. If any of these are gonna pop off on you, it's gonna be your thumbs because you'll realize how much time or how much you use your thumbs. For me, it's the damn car seats that always tend to get me. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that one for now. We're just gonna kind of leave it. I'm gonna leave the pinky and I'm gonna go over to the other side. So here we go. Again, we're gonna get my two thumbs in the center there. So things I love about these, here's what I love. And it wasn't really like the cost of getting nails done, but when you have a 5-month-old that needs to eat like when she needs to eat, you know, it really, I can't get to the nail salon. You wouldn't want to even see my toes. At least it's winter where I am. So you would not want to even see this girl's toes right now. Okay. But that's because I have a baby and it was not really, oh, that one might be, I might have screwed that one up, but let's just stick it down because it's already glued. So a lot of people are like, well, why did you get these? Why don't you just go get your nails done? Well, I just don't have time. Like and then I have to schedule the appointment and make sure I feed the baby. And then I got to bring the baby. And then what if she cries? And like people are trying to be in like the salon, like relaxing. And you got this mom over here, me, with a screaming baby. Like I just don't want to do it. Okay, this one might have screwed up. And why I say that is I can kind of feel, you can hear a little air pocket in there. So this might pop off and that's okay. You don't want that air pocket though. So I might have done one that maybe was a bit too small for this nail bed. I'm gonna see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think this one is gonna stay. It's like, as you do these, you'll get to know your nails. Like I can feel that this one probably won't stay on because it's like, it moves like, yeah, we're gonna just leave it. And this is real life, you guys. This is why doing lives can be terrifying, but also I like to show you like what could go wrong, and that one might just be a go wrong situation, but that's okay. I remember the first time I did them, they do feel a bit weird when you first do them and you're like, oh, they feel like they're all gonna fall off. They're not. Like they'll feel tight, and then once the glue's like fully set and dry, I almost want to rip this one off because I know it's gonna come off, but whatever. We're just going to continue because mama needs to make sure that I get this done. But I think the big thing too, so it wasn't really a time for me. It was more like, or sorry, it wasn't really cost. It was time. But then I'm like, wow, like I can actually tell people about these nails. And you know what I didn't do is the alcohol step. Oops. Oh, well. It's the time and then like the cost, whatever, but like these are so cheap. Like they're so cheap to do at home. I'm like, okay. and they take way less time. So to get them off, because that's always a question I get, it's super easy. So what I personally do, but you can easily use cotton balls if you can, use cotton balls and like what they do at the salon, right? And you put acetone on that cotton ball, and then after you can, like it kind of just melts them off. Now, I know that some people use like stickers to put these on. I personally, like, I melt them right off my hands. They're done. Because I saw on some of the emails, and I was asking about this, like that they were reusable. I'm like, how? Because mine, like when I use the acetone, obviously it melts the nail. It does all the things, right? Okay, I'm going to cut this one. And I know, you know what? And so like for instance, this one, I don't think it's going to stay on. It's probably going to come off, and that's okay because then I can just re-glue it and it actually will stay. It just was like where I placed it. Oh, maybe it will stay. I don't know. You shouldn't see any like space, and there's like it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little bit of space. So I'm just anticipating that it might come off. And if it does, like I said, it's actually great. So when they pop off, this is what I do. So when they pop off, I will take acetone and I will get all the excess glue off my finger. Okay, I don't put any acetone on the nail. Don't put it on the nail because you'll melt the nail. And then I do, and then I just re-glue the nail and I re-glue it right back onto my finger. It's rare that they pop off, but when they do, and if you can find it, because sometimes they pop off and you don't even notice, especially if you've had them on for like, 3-4 days and you're like, oh, I'm missing one. My husband hates these because sometimes the puppy ends up with them in her mouth. But now that I got this glue, I find like my first set was a disaster. Like they were not staying on, and I think it was just me. I did not put enough glue on at all. I'd watched somebody and they were like, oh, just put a little bit in like the middle of the nail bed and just do it that way. I'm like, hell no. You want to put glue all over your nail, all over the nail bed that you're sticking to your hand. That's how I would suggest doing it. Because if you're rough on your hands like I am, like I couldn't keep nails this long as much as they're pretty. I can't, like there's just no way. So I just cut them off. And then you kind of just want to compare hands, like that they're somewhat similar. Also, I find, here's another thing too that I didn't know about my own nail beds, but my nail beds are different sizes on different hands. So I'm not going to be able to do the exact, I often, thank God I like this style and it's in style to have like different nails on different fingers, etc. Because there's a lot of sets where this hand, the nail bed's bigger than this hand. I don't know if that's a normal thing, but yeah, I didn't know that about myself until I started wearing press-on nails. Because you don't really look at your nail beds and be like, oh, this one's a bit bigger than the other one. You really don't. So this is so that's why sometimes, like, for instance, for these ones, you can see I didn't do exactly the same, but whatever. No one's ever going to notice, and I don't notice. And it's like in style to have different nails on different hands, etc. So, okay, we're going to let that dry. I'm going to cut this one. So I kind of do it as I go. Just because I really have a hard time functioning with really long nails now, which is so funny because I used to have longer nails than this, which I don't even know. And I remember people at work would be like, how do you even function? I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's like, you get used to it for sure. But now, no way. Okay, so my thumbs, these are always the fun ones. Okay, so I do lots of glue on my thumbs. I find if anything pops off, it's my thumbs because like I said, like if you have car seats, you're pressing that damn red button. I find that really triggers my nails. So I tend to like to do these at night because then it gives it overnight to like dry, right? So it's smart to do them at nighttime. There we go. Just holding. So if you guys have any questions, don't be shy. Tip Beauty is here to answer every and all your questions about press-on nails because they are crazy. Now, again, I can feel a little small bubble in this one, not like this one was. So this one actually feels sturdy now. I don't know, maybe I just have to like have more trust in myself. But like I'm telling you guys, like this is taking no time at all. Like we're at about, I don't know what, 15 minutes and I have one more nail to put on. Okay, let's cut this one. Give that a second to bond. James Bond. I don't know why I always do that. I'm sorry. I'm weird. There we go. So you can literally cut them with regular clippers too. I just really like this. This is kind of cool. So if you like angle it a certain way, because I do wear the, I love the almond shaped ones. Today's a square, but you angle it a certain way and it'll cut. Oops. It'll cut that way. I should have, oh God. Team. There we go. Oh, see, thumbs are tricky. I'm getting it stuck to my freaking hand. Last but not least, this is the thumb. I'm right-handed, and this is the one that, if any of them do ever come off, it's this one. But anyways. I try to really like, we're really bonding this one. So you kind of want to roll over the nail like this with your thumb. Really get in there to make sure it's sealed as much as humanly possible. But it's so nice because they dry so fast, right? Like, and then we kind of will just file them and I'll show you the end result and that's it, my friends, that's it. That is it. But this is so nice. Like again, 15 minutes it takes to put them on. You know, you do, it will be a bit more time. So let's say you were taking off your nails and putting on your new set. I think it would take you like 45 minutes or so to do that because you got to let them, like it takes about 10 minutes. So I just hold my hands in a shot glass of acetone and just melt them off. And then I like buff them off and any of the glue or whatever. But after that, and then you just kind of like buff the nail and you could literally just grab your glue and reapply. But I definitely have to cut them, like I said, because they're just a bit too long for me to function. But yeah, like to actually apply them, like what I did right now, 15, 20 minutes. And really think about how crazy long you would spend at the salon doing this, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of file them. I like to just do the corner edges because when you cut them, I want to make sure there's no sharp edges with a little baby upstairs. No, like, nothing that could cut her. I'm used to having long nails though. Like if you're someone that just like likes having long nails, and like I've seen like people that put like you know, like stickers and stuff on their actual nails, and that's fine. If that works for you, like all the power to you. But I love these because there's designs that are like, and they look and they feel like my acrylics or my dip powder that I used to get. So if you ever, even if you do shellac, they feel more like shellac nails, right? Because I like to have a bit of like strength to them as well. So if it's my own nails, like, I mean, I'm lucky that I have strong nails. Most people are not. So I have naturally strong nails and I do take a really good collagen for them. So that helps for sure, but I much prefer to have fake nails on. I don't know. There's just something about it. If you have had fake nails, you understand what I'm saying. If you haven't and you're like, what is this girl even saying? Well, I love having fake nails on. And see, you can totally just file them. I have no hesitation to do this because I know how strong my glue is. And I can be rough on my hands. And that's it. They're on. I have nails on. I'm super happy. And any that pop off, again, like I said, like some of them I feel like might, but I always think that and then they don't. So I'm like, need to stop overthinking. But here we go. These are the Tip Beauty. Oh God, I don't know which ones. Does it have the names on them? I'm so dumb with stuff like this. I don't think it has the name on what they actually are called. But Tip Beauty can tell you in the comments what these are actually called. But they have so many on the site. I believe they still have their buy buy 3, get 2 free. And my friends, for 24 hours only, 80% off with my code Sarah Beauty. So Sarah Beauty, you will get 80% off. I love them. Thanks for watching.